Hi everyone, I wanted to walk you through this discussion board posting real quickly to get you all on the same page as we start analyzing these financial statements. So this discussion or this assignment is broken up into 4 different discussion boards. So we're going to build as you learn more and more information throughout the course. So what I've asked you to do is to select 2 well-known publicly traded companies that compete in the same industry, not already chosen by another student. For example, Home Depot and Lowe's, they're both home improvement retailers. You could use them. Walmart and Target, Delta and US Airways or Southwest or whatever. Again, 2 well-known publicly traded companies that compete in the same industry, not already chosen by another student. Then I ask you to go to Morningstar, locate all of this information. You're going to do write down the information, and then I want you to kind of analyze it. Well, based on this information, who had the higher revenues of the 2 companies and the highest net income? Who has the highest total assets and liabilities? And then you can also look at those 2 ratios. So let me walk you through Morningstar real quickly and show you where to grab this information from. So once you pick a company, you'll go ahead and type it up here. So for example, if you were doing Home Depot, you start to enter it and then it'll pull it up and you can select it. I'm going to use a company that my neighbor used to work for that I didn't think anyone would pick, Lender Processing Services. So let's go ahead and pull their information up here. So you've got the name of their company, Lender Processing Services. We've got LPS, that's the stock symbol, for them. LPS is their symbol. If you want to pull it back up, it's real easy. Just type in their symbol and hit quote. Their last price was $27.97. It's up, looks like a penny for the day. Okay, so that is some basic information. You can see how the stock has performed over the last 5 days. You can also change that to a year. All sorts of neat stuff. So we're going to keep scrolling down. You can see their dividends. You can see what industry they're in. You can find out who their competitors are over here. We've got some key stats. We're going to come back to that in a minute. Let's look at the financials. That's what we're going to focus on most. So you get a snapshot here of their income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow. And then you can see when their last published annual statements were, December of 2011. So they're going to be preparing their annual statements here in December. But we're going to click on more because we need more information than that. So it's going to pull up for you a brief summary of their income statement. So we can come over here. That will be their most recent. And I asked you for revenue. So you're going to come here and you're going to pull that number. Now remember, that's in millions. So I don't know if that would be 2,090,000 million, if that's how that works, I think. Then you see revenue minus the cost of their inventory gives you gross profit minus all their operating expenses, and I ask you for net income. So you come down here and you pull that net income number. Something else you may like to do is to go ahead and export this so you'll have this available for future reference. And we can do the same thing for the balance sheet. Oh, earnings per share is a little bit lower. You can go ahead and use that basic earnings per share. Then we can jump over to the balance sheet. You all know what goes on the balance sheet, right? Assets, liabilities, and equity. And I ask you for total assets and total liabilities. 2 huge numbers here, what their total assets are and what their total liabilities are. Now you can figure, once you know the assets and the liabilities, what their equity is going to be. And again, you can go ahead and export that so you'll have it for future reference. And then jump over, I said before we were on key stats, we'll just jump over here to key ratios. And I've asked you for 2. One is going to be the return on equity percentage, and you can pull that. It's given to you. And then the current ratio. If you can't find it on here, I'm not sure where to look, you can go ahead and calculate that. You have the formula in your book. Current ratio, it is given to you. So you don't even have to do any calculating. Then once you have that information, please do it for your second company. Kind of do a snapshot or a summary comparing the 2, contrasting the 2, which one looks stronger to you. And then please go ahead and post that information in the discussion board. Again, we'll look at some different information on this company in the next week and further on down. Thanks.